felt called to something ancient, or perhaps something sacred and magical? Maybe you felt drawn to candles, crystals, or the quiet power of the moon. If so, you might be stepping onto the Wiccan path, and you're not alone. Hi, I'm Kristen, and welcome to Wicca 101. Today, we're diving into the essential tools, how to set up your altar, and the ethical foundation that guides everything in the Wiccan tradition. Whether you're brand new or just curious, this is your invitation to begin with confidence. So, what is Wicca? At its heart, Wicca is a nature-based spiritual path that honors the cycles of the earth, the power of the elements, and the divine in both feminine and masculine forms, often through the goddess and the god. It's a modern practice with very ancient roots. It blends folk magic, seasonal celebrations, and deep reverence for the earth. It's also highly personal. You get to shape your practice in a way that feels right for you. Let's start by discussing the altar, which is like your spiritual workspace. It can be as simple or as elaborate as you like. You can use a small table, a shelf, or even a tray. What matters is that it holds intention. The altar is a very personal space for your practice, and it can hold whatever you want it to. But there are some common items a lot of Wiccans use. First is the athame. This is a ritual knife that typically represents the element of air, although in some traditions it might also represent fire. It's often symbolic and never actually used for cutting. There's also the chalice, which is a cup representing water and the sacred feminine. Then there's the wand, which represents the element of fire or air, and it directs energy. The pentacle is the five-pointed star within the circle that symbolizes earth, protection, and balance. You'll often see a cauldron, which is a sacred vessel that can represent the womb, transformation, or the goddess. And then there are candles. Typically, this would include a white one for spirit and a black one for protection or balance. But some people will also use green for earth or blue for water, or possibly other colors representing intentions that they're working on, such as green for abundance or pink for love. Finally, you might see things like crystals, herbs, offerings, seasonal decorations, and symbols related to deities, spirits, gods, or goddesses. The altar is a place of beauty and intention. The most important thing to remember is that there's no wrong way to set it up. Simply let your intuition and your relationship with the elements guide you. Now, let's talk about some tools you'll often see in the Wicca practice. Each tool in Wicca has a symbolic function, and not everyone uses the same tools. We already discussed the sacred knife a little bit. I'm sorry, my cat Lexi is coming through as usual. Hi, sweetheart. We already discussed the ritual knife, but you can also think of it as like your magical pointer. It can be used to cast a circle. Oh, she's bumping the camera now. You can use it to direct energy. The wand can also channel energy, but it's often in a more gentle and creative way. The chalice is used in rituals to hold sacred water or wine, and it can represent the womb of the goddess. And the pentacle anchors your altar and is used in consecration or grounding work. A bowline is a white-handled knife, and it's kind of like this ritual knife, except it can be used to actually cut herbs or to carve symbols. And besoms, or ritual brooms, are often used to sweep away negative energy before a ritual. And crystals, of course, carry their own energetic frequency. You'll often see quartz, amethyst, or obsidian on beginner altars. But here's the secret. Your most important tools are your mind and your spirit. You don't need every tool to begin. Just something meaningful to you. All right, now let's talk about the ethical heart of Wicca, because intention is everything in magical work. The most well-known guideline in the Wiccan Rede is, "And it harm none, do what ye will." That means your freedom ends where harm begins, whether that's harm to others, to yourself, or to nature. You can do what you want as long as it harms no one or nothing. There's also the rule of 3, and that is whatever energy you send out comes back to you threefold. So, if you're working with love, healing, and light, then that's what you receive. But if you're working with manipulation or malice, well, that's coming back to you as well. Many Wiccans also follow a deep respect for the natural world, the cycle, and personal responsibility. Wicca isn't about controlling others. It's about aligning yourself with the divine rhythms of the universe. It's about empowerment, not domination. So what's next? If you're just beginning, here's how to start building your practice. First, create a sacred space, even if it's just a candle and a crystal on your nightstand. Next, you can start honoring the moon phases and seasonal Sabbats, such as the full moon or lunasa. You can also keep a book of shadows or spiritual journal. This is where you can write down your dreams, rituals, signs, and reflections. Consider learning about grounding and centering yourself. This can include spending time outside, connecting with the elements, and breathing deeply. And definitely continue to read and explore more. Wicca is a living path, and your practice is yours to shape. So trust your intuition and where it takes you. Most importantly, keep in mind that you don't have to know everything before you begin. Wicca is a beautiful path of self-discovery, revering nature, and personal empowerment. Your altar doesn't have to be perfect. Your tools don't have to be fancy. What matters is the magic within you. If this video helped you feel a little more confident or inspired, I would love for you to click that subscribe button so you don't miss future videos. Give this video a like, and let me know in the comments what's on your altar, or what tool are you most excited to use. Thanks for spending this magical time with me. Blessed be.